Hello everyone, welcome to International Symposium on Environmental Microplastics. It's organized by the SG Lab Forum. As you know, this is a 3-day program starting now to today, 10th November to 12th November. Of course, we are following the Singapore time, 2 p.m. We try to finish at 7 p.m. on each day. Let me thank our sponsor, Frontier Lab, Bruker, Photothermal Spectroscopy, Marquez International, Thermo Fisher Scientific, LECO. Thank you all for supporting this program, Symposium on Environmental Microplastics. My name is Peram Prasad Rao. I'm hosting for you. I'm MC, supporting you for this program next 3 days. If you have any issues, any concerns, you can always write an email to me or contact me for assistance. I represent the company called Technobase. I'm being a part of this program. This is our schedule for 3 days, day 1, day 2, day 3. You can see day 1, we focus on microplastic analysis, development challenges. Then we have day 2 focus on environmental microplastics, monitoring and assessment. And day 3 is on toxicological impacts of the microplastics on human cells and other living organisms. This is a program for 3 days. I'd like to thank you, all the speakers, for being part of this program. And you see, we got extensive experience specialists on this panel, for a panel of the experts providing the various presentations in this symposium. I'll just give a quick housekeeping guidelines. As you know, very technical presentations are there. You can always post your questions in the question box, and respect to chairman, speaker will address these questions appropriately. Feel free to post the questions. Please note that the presentation times like this for all the keynote speakers, you have altogether 30 minutes. In that one, 25 minutes is a presentation and 5 minutes for the Q&A. Invited speakers, there are 15 minutes presentation and 5 minutes for Q&A. And oral presenters, they have only 10 minutes presentation plus 5 minutes Q&A session. Okay. As you know, all our sponsors having a booths, virtual booths. So please spend some time to visit their booths and to learn about their products and the new developments and the related to the environmental microplastics and monitoring. Let me invite our convener of this forum, Dr. Shatrugnan Karthikeyan, shortly Karthik, currently works as the Business Development Manager for the Frontier Lab, Singapore. Over to you, Dr. Karthik. Please give us welcome remarks.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good morning, everyone, and good afternoon for people from Japan, Korea, and Malaysia. And it's my pleasure to welcome you all to the first edition of this Environmental Microplastic Symposium. Actually, our objective and interest is to really bring together the experts who are working in this field. And even though the topic is of interest for many people for many years, like more than a decade, still there are a lot of open-ended questions. So such a kind of gathering will give us some kind of guidance, also some direction for our future research, also explore the opportunities for any sort of collaboration. So on behalf of the SG Lab Forum, I would like to thank all speakers who have accepted our invitation to contribute to the technical program of this 3-day session. And similarly, all our technology providers, we would like to thank them for their support. And I wish all the participants to have a wonderful time during these 3 days, also a fruitful deliberation during the different technical sessions. So thank you all and wish you a great symposium. Over to Param.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Karthik. Now I invite Dr. Guillaume Drillet. He's from the SGS Singapore. Currently, he's working as the business manager for the Global Marine Services at SGS. He's also chair for the Global Testnet and also World Aquaculture Society. Dr. Drillet, I welcome you to give an opening address for the audience, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Param, and good day to all. I'm really looking forward to this symposium, but before I start, I really want to thank Dr. Karthik for organizing this this 3 days seminar here. Not only because it's I would say a topic of interest close to my heart, but also because I know how complicated and challenging it is to organize this kind of event, from the conceptualization point all the way down to actually the realization, what is happening now. So really, thank you very much, Kartik, and all the team working with you for organizing this seminar. I'd like to extend as well my acknowledgement and my appreciation to the SETAC, the Society for Environmental Toxicology and Chemistry for Asia Pacific, for sharing the information about the seminar with so many people in the region. And we have a lot of participants from really many different countries today. So that's really exciting. Plastic is a fantastic material. We use polymers in absolutely all kind of different applications. We produce 400 million ton every year. That's really a lot. And we only recycle maybe 30% or 25% of it, incinerate another 30%, and all the rest basically is lost somewhere in the nature. Some of it going down the rivers, being lost. We find microplastic today in absolutely every kind of environment: water, soil, air, our food. Some of these we know are going to get lost from, I don't know, fibers from clothes, tires from cars, and so on. We know they are going to be produced small and so on, but some others is basically coming from the degradation of I would say solid waste, the fragmentation of the plastic, aging of the plastic over time, and so. I started working on this topic of plastic coming from, I would say, the marine litter side myself. So the big waste, not the microplastic. And I'm laughing a lot when I'm looking at all this social media these days with everybody cleaning the beach and talking so much about how they clean the beach and so on. I was myself doing that 30 years ago as a young Boy Scout. Nothing has changed for the last 30 years in the way that us people, we like to live in a clean environment without waste spread everywhere. But the big changes that have occurred in the last 20 years or so is really that we realize to which extent we are using plastic. We realize that we are not managing the solid waste, and things are fragmenting, and we start being able to measure small plastic, the microplastic. And this is really why this seminar here is so important, because it's a hot topic, but we have so much challenges somehow. And there is still a lot of misconception. We have problem with comparability of the results. We have challenged basically to be able to use data sets to benchmark where we are globally, because we are not even defining microplastic in a similar way from one field to another. We still have challenges on the methodology. We will discuss that actually today. And when we are talking about general global governance and regulation and plastic and microplastic, and so we need to be able to measure what we want to regulate. And that is really crucial, that we end up in a situation where we can standardize and compare our data so we can actually regulate how much microplastic we have. On Friday, I will have a chance to discuss that from I would say, the aquaculture's perspective, because we are the one in aquaculture ending up producing food in water that contains all kind of microparticles. And we still have big challenges in understanding where is all this plastic coming from and where it's going. We still have challenges in the mass balance. There are still gray area here, and that's really important topic. In the next 3 days, we are going to have the opportunity to have great insights from experts from all over the world. Everyone will have a chance to ask questions, to challenge the status quo, and we should do so, because we need really to focus on those areas where our knowledge can meet, so we can actually move forward to understanding what to do with those microplastics, how to measure them, where to measure them, how to sample them, how to prepare our samples, how to report them, and how to deal with these potential issues if there are real issues here in managing I would say, the microplastic rather than ignoring it. So on this small introduction, I'm looking forward to hear all the great speakers. We have lined up 40 presentations in 3 days. That's quite a bit of a presentation. So I want to wish you all a very great symposium, and I'm looking forward to listening to each of you. Thank you very much.